They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Steps away to find some room. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Makes the grab, it's Vaughn. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Vaughn. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. The inside handoff. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to keep it in the air. Finds his tight end. Running through contact. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
He'll pull it on the read. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Steps away. Lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up, because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
It's 1st down from the 11. Give to the running back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic? Well, we've got fast guys, too. And that time, that was a great play called defensively.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll toss it to the left. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And now this offense will take the field again. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Fresno State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
To the air, it's Nelson. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Fresno State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They try to pop a run on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Back to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Takes the easy one to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Gives it on the option.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. He'll try to get it through the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Love the third down call. Throwing the angle route to your back. Working one-on-one against that defender. Easy pitch and catch for the first.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Looking to get it in.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. Not much of a decision to make there, so the defense will move them back. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide. taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Corner's going to give them room. Unloads it downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Russell. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his...
Breaks into the open. Oh, it's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. The 20. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets away. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. The screen, and watch out. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad hit. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws for the tight end. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Motion from the back. Looking to fire. He's got his man across the middle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job in the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Touchdown Bulldogs! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Wiggles free. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Power football with the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Defense in press coverage. They'll try to run for it. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
Well, they dial up a pass play there on first down. And how about the quarterback there? Buys time. He's outside. He's looking for people to get open on the scramble drill, but there's nothing happening. And it's just a really quick decision to decide to take off and go get another first down now. And they've got the defense on their heels.
To the air, it's Nelson. Moving away from pressure. Looking down the left side. Got it in straight right inside the 20. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now, 1st and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He'll take it himself. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Fresno State right back to the line. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now, and I'm using my athleticism, and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires. He makes a catch.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll go to the ground. He breaks a tackle.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown tie. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Arkansas State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets past the marker. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. They'll try the outside to the left. There he goes. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Nelson. Tight end finds a soft spot. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey,
motion from the wideout.
Travel. On the ready.
It's complete. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Fresno State. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side.
Turning it on! And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Fresno State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Keeps looking downfield. Going right and going deep. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Defense dropping into soft coverage. And the third down pass is incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Takes it on the return. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for room. It's Allen. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. Didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. Got the first down. Looking for more. At the 40, there he goes. Racing down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Ooh, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Russell. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistently.
Here's a heat. Zings it complete to the right. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, get a little juju going.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. High the chains now on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's a reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads it left. He's got it. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
With the catch, it's Manning. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many...
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
I'll tell you, I know they're losing the game. It's only the first half, but this offense, obviously, they've spent some time practicing 2-minute throughout the week. You can see they're really in rhythm, they're really in focus, and they're attacking the right areas of the field in order to try to maintain as much clock as possible.
Shoots it to the left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to throw, it's Russell. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Timeout. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. DB's right up on the receivers. They want to throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some play.
And it's blocked. Now he can return this. He's at the 50. Past the 30. Past the 10. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2.
Great job on special teams. Getting penetration, getting the block. You've got the convoy. It's a scoop score, 2 points the other way.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll leave it with him. Fights off a defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Might be changing the route. Off play action on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Trying to set the tone with the run. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Scott. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's going to let it go. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Off play action. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Gonna look downfield again. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Back to pass, it's Nelson. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Got rid of it just in time. Oh, it's picked off.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And now on 2nd down for this offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Rides the back and leaves it. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting the fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Under fire. He's going to take off. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
And now, and if this offense could go back, they'd be like, throw it away. You know, don't take the sack earlier in the downs, because the scramble now puts you in a good 4th down situation. To see what this offense does, but they got to stay away from those negative plays.
With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And that's That's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. Going for it all. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention. And how nice is it, David, on third down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice third down conversion.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now.
He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smarter.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Snatches it on the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one.
Let's go!
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Alabama with a first down play to start us off here in the fourth. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Looking to throw again. Going over the top. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. To the air, it's Russell. Big guy smells it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown Bulldogs. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Quickly complete.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yardage.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Moves around to clear up the vision. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
The play action fake. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team. And now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. The give to the tailback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go to the toss. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.